Cause I got better things to do. Rather spend my precious time chasing somebody who loves me too. If I got $1 for every time you slam the door, I would be the richest girl alive. If you hadn't run away every time I asked you stay, you would sleep right next to me tonight. But you didn't know me, all you wanted was a game to play.
Was a game to play, child. Lord, we got some things to talk about, don't we? Hey everybody. Oh my goodness, y'all. Oh my God, I could cry. I have never seen my intro on my TV before live like that. That kind of made me emotional. Welcome in, everybody. I'm going to put this song on here under me. Thank you so much, Queen. I appreciate Simone Morrison. Like I say, it's still humbling beyond belief that I got 1,000 subscribers. And y'all, let me tell you something. When that happened live, oh my God, I could not believe it. I'm like, wait a minute. We were just at 500. Now we're at 1,000. And there's another announcement that is coming soon that I will tell y'all about. But child, y'all saw the thumbnail. Get in here. The words of Armand Wiggins. It's time for a legendary show. By the way, is the music good? Do I need to turn it down? Can y'all hear me still? Type of one in the chat if you can hear me, or should it be turned down a little bit more? Or should I put our nighttime driving music on? Well, there it is there. Hey, welcome in. There we go. Child, we got some things to talk about. Okay. Thank y'all very much. So listen. So I tried to get off of here at 9:50 because I want to be on Singles with Kendra G. And, I was never going to go on the show. Okay. I was never going to go on the show. So with that being said, hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. Oh, my goodness. Oh, hang on. Oh, my Lord. Okay. Hang on. I'm sorry, y'all. Hang on. Yep. Okay. Razy is here. I'm sorry, Razy. I am so sorry. But yeah, I was never going to go on the show. Hang on. Let me see. Trying to make sure I can. I was trying to do what T-Talk was doing. We'll just put our nighttime driving music on. I think y'all get the song by now. There we go. That good old nighttime driving music, child. We love so much. So yeah, I was never going to go on the show, right? And there was this person named Money Drip 305 that really inspired me. He was just out of jail, right? And he was living with his grandmother. And, he wanted to do skits and stuff. And I really felt for him. I really did, because at the end of the day, I know what it is to not know who you are and to try to figure out a way that you can get there, but you don't have the right people around you, the right resources, or even just the right space to be able to go about that, right? So that was the real reason why I went up there, okay? So so I get in right at 10, and I'm watching the show live. I'm watching Kendra G live in backstage at StreamYard, right? And so you have to be ready. You don't know when she's gonna call you. It is just like the show, but it's amplified. So y'all know how there's the backstage chat. When you are a panelist, it's the same thing for singles on YouTube Live, right? And so I was basically there, and child. So I was watching a couple of them, and we're going to talk about one. I think I actually can play one for y'all, maybe. But I'd rather just talk about, because I hear his voice again, I'm going to get frustrated. and teed off and just. But compared to him, I did well. So I go on after this beautiful 46-year-old. I mean, scrumdiddlyumptious in terms of personality and everything else I like, right? And so then I come on, and Kendra's like, "Hello," or she'll say, "Braylon, we're in your house," or whoever, we're in your house, right? And so I say, "Hi, cousins," because that's what she calls the cousins. And so she says, "Hey, what's your name?" "My name is Braylon. I'm 28. I'm from Ohio, but originally from Largo, Arkansas, the home of Ebony and Jet magazine." And I was proud of that intro. I'm like, okay, good intro. And then, she asked me, what type of woman I'm looking for. And y'all know how I am over here. I'm very real with y'all. I'm not the best. I'm not the worst. I'm number 100 on the short list, but somehow somebody believed enough in me to be on the list, right? So I start being Braylon, being articulate and everything else. Y'all, these people in the chat said rainbow signs for me, that I was looking for a man, that I had a preacher voice, click off all that stuff. That's why I had to turn off the chat, because I knew they was gonna go in. And within talking to Kendra G, yes, the show is for entertainment purposes only, right? But I really wanted to see if I could do it, right? And I remember Sherry Shepherd saying something on Clubhouse. She was with Sally Cohen, and it was kind of just a meet up, just getting to know each other. And so I was like, "Do you like him, Sherry?" And she was like, "Yeah, there could be something there." But she said something I'll never forget. She said, "I am learning to have fun, learning people and connecting with people." And honestly, to tell you the truth, I went on Kendra G's Singles Live for a test. I often say that I'm loving. I'm often saying that I'm kind. I'm often saying that, I really do have something good to give. Do I have enough confidence to come out the bushes and to be able to say that out loud? That was my test. There's social anxiety with the show, because at the end of the day, you gotta be 21 or older, have good Wi-Fi, have good lighting, all of that. And I had myself together. I did. And, the Kendra cam, I did a little turn. And, it's really interesting, because soon as the show was over, I got a call from somebody who watches the show, and they live in Cleveland. They said, "You did a great job." I'm like, "What did the chat say?" What did the chat say, rather? And they said, "Well, you were, rainbow stars, and that you were broke, and you were this, and you were that, but you did a good job. You were very articulate, everything else." And it was, and some of the ladies in the YouTube chat were really fighting for me, and some of the dudes were making fun of me. Some of the women were making fun of me on Facebook. And so I want to read y'all what I said on YouTube and Facebook. So I said this: Hey, everybody, y'all were live and going in on the chat tonight. And listen, I get it, for real. Kendra G asked me what kind of woman I am looking for. Like, really, LOL? I'm straight, and I do love BBWs. Y'all know that by now. But at the end of the day, I have been called nerd and everything in between. I never really fit into anyone's crowd, so it did take a lot of confidence to do this. The cousins were going to do what they do. When compared to the guy who asked for a Cash App, I thought I was better than him. Also, too, Money Drip 305 did inspire me. I was never going to go on a show, but hey, I learned that I need to create a connection first before I create a union. Much love, y'all. So that's what I said on YouTube. What I said on Facebook, though, was this. Okay, so this is Braylon from the live. I just want y'all to know, I saw the comments. I was literally laughing, because I'm like, okay, y'all only know me for a moment, not my life. But I thought it would be only right for me to give my side, since I've been raised to be articulate. I was very vulnerable with Kendra on the show. I mean, yes, it's for entertainment purposes, but I think we all know that doesn't mean you don't need to be real. To all you who make fun of me, all of you have flaws too. All you have flaws too, and somebody passed you up before. I would love to see you go on, and let's see what the comment section says about you. People are real beyond what you see on Singles Live. I was raised by good people who will never apologize for that. In addition to that, I found the area that had good lighting, good Wi-Fi, everything else, and you had to be prepared for the show. From the job interview comment to, am I looking for a man or a woman? She asked me what type of woman I'm looking for. I answered those questions. So I'm straight. I love BBWs. I'm still getting myself together and some other areas of my life. But I did want to see if I had the confidence to do it, and I did. The biggest reason why I went up there was because that young man's, because, sorry, the biggest reason why I went up there was to inspire that young man because I felt like somebody should have been his corner. So my bad for trying to be supportive to a black brother. I guess that's a crime, and I guess it's a crime to be articulate and smart and to care for people. Now, whoo, child. Simone Morrison says we have a saying in Jamaica: every 304 have a stick in the bush. Meaning everyone has their own someone. I appreciate that, Simone. I really do. And hello, Nikki News. Welcome in. Glad to have you here. And by the way, y'all, let me just put this up now. Everything on the channel is alleged, in my opinion, for entertainment purposes only. And watching Kendra G singles on single series, whether you watch it on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, it really is a very funny, entertaining, and very relatable show because every person that goes on that show, really is putting themselves out there. I mean, Kendra G has 191,000 subscribers. Okay. 191,000 subscribers. The show that I was on last night, 24,000 views. Okay. 24,000 views. So, like, everything considered, I was proud of the fact that I was able to go up there and represent myself well. I know that I may not be for everybody, but I know I'm for somebody. And when I've seen the Kendra G, when I seen the Kendra G singles live, I'm just like, so this is the society we live in. This is the society we live in today, where a black man or a black woman or anybody who is not the norm of what we see on reality TV gets dragged, gets shaded, gets told off that they're this, they're that, sexuality. I'm like, really? This is what we're doing? And I know it's not every man, I know it's not every woman, but I think it is a mob mentality. It is cultivation theory times 10, because you see trash, because you see broken mindsets, because you don't see things progressing upward, you see things regressing backward, you project that onto other people. And the reason why I wanted to do this live was because I really wanted, first of all, to diversify myself. That's one, with content. But number two, I also really wanted to have a conversation about relationships, because I really do feel that at the end of the day, the reason why some people feel like they go on Kendra G singles live series is because they're just saying, hey, listen, I've tried Facebook dating, I've tried Tinder, I've tried Bumble, I've tried Hinge, I've tried the third party apps, I've tried everything. Maybe this could work, right? And when I think about dating apps and I think about Kendra G singles on Kendra G singles live, it's almost like Vegas, right? You put a coin in the slot machine, and at the end of the day, you hope you hit something, right? And you're hitting a like for a shot, knowing that you may not get anything in return. And it's sad that we live in a society today where it's swipe left, swipe right, and there's no soul to it. So there was a moment in the interview where she asked, do I mind if she has kids? I'm like, no, as long as she executes king energy. I meant to say queen energy, but Kendra helped me out with that. So listen, I was nervous on the live, okay? And I wanted to be the most real that I could be, because no videos come down. And I just truly feel that the only way we will ever be able to rise up to be better is if we quit having judgment on people. And we wonder why people don't go to therapy. We wonder why people are reclusive. We wonder why people are we wonder why people are in situationships. It's not that people are not willing to love. Um, you know what I mean? It's not that people are not willing to love. They are tired of being played with. They're tired of being played with their time, their energy, their commitment. They have went through too much to allow their life to be in pieces where they can be alone and have peace. And at the end of the day, I'm not advocating for hookup culture, but I give hookup culture grace. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, people do want companionship. People do want somebody to give good love to. And we all are looking for our mental. Hang on, child. Let me see if I can bring it up. There we go. We're all looking for our mental security blanket, right? And I think the show is good for what it is. Um, there's so many comments that fly through. You can't even have a moderator because they go ham on everybody. And I'm not ragging on any of the cousins as a person because I don't know them. But for you to take the time, energy, commitment, brain comprehension, and just the emotionality in you to comment in a live chat that someone is gay or lesbian or preacher, job interview, just to say it. And that's why people don't come out the bushes. That's the exact reason why they don't come out the bushes. Because anytime you try to put yourself out there, you don't feel like you're good enough for anybody. There was a guy that was from Columbus, Ohio, and Lord Jesus, he was on before, and Kendra asked him about, what do you feel like about marrying up? And he meant marrying up in terms of personality, but he said marry up in terms of money. And he blamed Kendra G for that question. And Kendra G was like, no, blame yourself because you could have clarified that. So they did an argument back and forth for a little bit. And, this guy, says he's got like a doctoral degree in business or whatever the hell he has. And so it was an interview back and forth of, what type of woman you're looking for. And, he had his qualifications and his standards and requirements. But he was like, I don't want a woman with kids, but a lot of women do have kids. And then he called himself a high-figure man. And Kendra said, well, high-figure man usually have 6 figures. So he had 6 figures. He was like, no. And then at the end of it, he said, can I have a cash app? Bruh, really though? And his name is MBAJ. He asked if he could have a cash app. Now, for those of you who don't know, sometimes on Singles Live, there are many people that come on, and some of them have single stories that it'll make you feel like, wow, like really life is way bigger than this. And so Kendra G does send, she sent cash apps to them. She sent, I think the highest she sent was like $250. But anyway, so he wanted a cash app, and Kendra was like, you know what? I'm just going to let you know, you weak. And not to mention too, he was complaining about the comment section, but he was watching the comment section. So when you go from that boy to me, trying to be vulnerable, trying to be open, trying to be sincere, like y'all being selective, and it's not cool. And I want to thank Kendra G for allowing me to come up, because I did mention to her that I had a YouTube channel and that we had 1,000 subscribers this week, and I did try to talk to Money Drip 305 through my through me being on there, I said to him, the higher is weighing, lower is available. And he lives in Miami, and Kendra G is going to try to set something up for my Miami radio station. And she's got a dang app that comes out very soon. And that, Kendra's going to try to be in the studio with him. I said, take that inch that Kendra gave you and make it a mile and work through that stillness. So me trying to inspire a black person, a black brother who feels like he cannot move because he doesn't feel like he has the circumstances to move, nor the mindset, knowing that people do not like us anyway, and y'all want to get on to me about me being in my sexuality because I'm articulate, because I'm kind, because I love investing into good energy. Meanwhile, y'all the same people who will type those comments. Meanwhile, you ain't got nobody. Because let me tell you, if you got up there, your truth will be told, and you will be feeling some type of way too. And so at the end of it, I said that, hey, Kendra, I watch your show often. Now I know you said that you need a production system. So I said, hey, guess what? I happen to know a little something about media. Doing it right now. Man, I would love to be a part of that. And then I said to her, you've done singles on Instagram Live. You've done singles on Facebook Live. You've done singles on YouTube Live. Why not? Why not do Kendra G's SOS Singles on Stage Live? Basically, Showtime. Basically, the Showtime at the Apollo dating show. Or rather, we take Kendra G's singles dating show and we go to 20 different cities and we audition the people that are single in that city or that state, and 10 men and 10 women come on stage throughout the night pitching themselves to a live sold out crowd and me hosting it. And so, she was like, well, the app is coming out and there will be a live tour with it. And so she said, I appreciate the support. And I said, listen, Kendra, if there's anything I can do to help support you, the app or anything, you just let me know. Because beyond the likes and the shares and everything you do, you're still a human being that has dreams to come true. And so that night I was upset with the live chat. And also too, I was beginning to be upset with myself because it's like, you didn't have to go on. But also too, I'm not going to apologize for how I was raised. I'm not going to apologize for how I'm invested in as a person. And I'm certainly not going to apologize for the light I have in me that is so bright that your darkness can't handle it. And I just think we need to be better in terms of treating people with respect. That doesn't mean we have to like everything that they do, but that does mean we need to love them through anything. Because guess what? Somebody had to give a care about us in order for us to be where we're at today. And on my wall here, it says, somewhere someone is exactly looking for exactly what you have to offer. Not a fifth, not a quota, exactly what you have to offer. And I will say this, if you go on Kendra G's Singles Live, you better have some thick skin because those cousins will be cousin, okay? Let's see, Simone Morrison says, so my thing is, am I being the right person I want to attract? Absolutely, absolutely. It's all, Phyllis Crawford says, it's all in God's timing. Just in my opinion. Absolutely right. Absolutely right. And you know what? Honestly, to tell you the truth, Phyllis, that was more of a test for me to see if I had the confidence to say out loud that I want love. And sometimes you need to test yourself. That's right. They always say God gives his strongest battles to his strongest soldiers. Well, sometimes you need to see if you can handle the battle before God puts you in a battle. Hello. And so I don't know if I'll be uploaded as a highlight. I am on her YouTube channel. but I genuinely felt I want to give my review of it. To help y'all out, if y'all do go to Kendra G Singles on YouTube Live, Instagram Live, Facebook Live, and Kendra G is a sweetheart. She absolutely is. Um, but also too, I do think that, hey, guess what? At the end of the day, everybody's going to find a flaw in someone, but that doesn't mean that they're not worth something to somebody. So yeah. Oh, hang on, y'all. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on, y'all. Hang on. Hey, y'all. I'm back. I'm sorry. I had a call. But thank you, Phyllis Crawford, for getting it. And like I said, at the end of the day, it's no skin off my back. Um, you know, you can only judge me by the chapter that you walked in on, but you don't know the whole book. You know what I mean? My favorite scripture in the Bible is, "He or she who has not sinned cast the first stone," and nobody can cast that stone. Nobody. And so what I have to recognize is, just because stones were thrown at me for a moment doesn't mean that I fell down. It's just like David and Goliath. Giants, they do fall. The bigger they are, the harder they fall. And let me tell you something. I truly believe that at the end of the day, if I am a highlight or I'm not a highlight, the young lady that sees that will see, okay, you know what? Sure, he's a little preachy. Sure. Sure, he may be a little awkward. Sure. And sure, he may not have everything together, but he's got a good heart. He's got a good mindset. And not to mention, he may not be my type, but guess what? Maybe I need something different for what I need in my life to make my life better. And that, at the end of the day, is the big lesson, right? At the end of the day, the big lesson is to know that just because you put yourself out there doesn't mean that you're going to get the reaction you want, right? But just because you don't get the reaction that you want doesn't mean that the response you need to get will not come. And that's why I learned from being on Kendra G Singles YouTube Live, is that the response that I need will come from the person that sees what I have to give. So. But yeah, with that, welcome in, everybody. Not to mention, too, I got to be on for Radio Legend. Come on. How cool is that? Braylon Lee and Kendra G, or Kendra G and Braylon L. Y'all like how I did that title? Kendra G, Braylon L. You know what I mean? So, and thank you, Simone. I really do appreciate that. Thank you. And I wanted to make this video because I don't know if anybody's ever done a review of themselves on her show before, but I just thought, hey, you know what? It's going to be great content. It's going to be some great old content. And not to mention, I felt like it would be a good relationship conversation. And I feel like we all have been through the ringer, whether, in the words of Nat King Cole, from kids from 1 to 92, though it's been said many times, many ways, we've all been brokenhearted, but we all been loved on too. I'm paraphrasing from, Merry Christmas to You, okay? So all the Christmas heads out there, don't get offended, okay? It's called metaphor interpretation, eye of the beholder, whatever you want to call it, okay? Last thing I need is old school, old school music heads. That's not how you sing Nat King Cole song. Well, I'm not Nat King Cole. I love Natalie Cole. This will be everlasting love. I'm so glad that you rectify my love. Let me tell you something. It's so sad that those two could not go on tour together because I would have been. Well, I don't know if I would have had money for front row tickets, but doggone, I would have been at least, fifth, seventh row, somewhere. Somewhere, child. Somewhere out there. Um, but no, yeah. So what? Let me do a Q&A here. Let me do a Q&A. So, what do you think about dating and relationships today? All right. So I'm putting a Q&A up. I've never done this before, y'all. Did it pop up? I don't know if it did. Okay, there we go. All right. So that is the question here. What do you think about dating and relationships today? That is the question. That is the question. And I really do want to hear from you on this because I feel that, we have all been through dating and relationships. And, some of us are in it now. Some of us are settling down. Some of us are just starting. So I really want to hear from you. I want this to be an open door, open flow, and open exploration conversation about dating and relationships. So I happen to be on with Kendra G. But yeah, so I want to hear from y'all. Definitely want to hear from y'all. In my opinion, be very careful. Okay. I'm a married auntie, but I would advise to keep God first. Okay. Okay. I receive that. You definitely need an anchor in your relationship for sure. With my faith is in my faith is always in God. I think without God, I wouldn't have the gift that I have, a gab. I really, the gift of media, the gift of connecting with people, the gift of being able to inspire. I think that all comes from God. I really do. I do some work, but that all comes from Him. Um, I think also too, in addition to keeping God first, I think you have to have purpose of yourself to love yourself. And when you do bring someone into your life, it is your responsibility. Um, it's your responsibility to put them in your life and make that responsibility that you will give the best of you to them, because at the end of the day, if you don't give your best, there will not be anything um, of the best to enjoy from each other. Simone says, quite frankly, I'm not actively dating. I love my single life right now. Focus on me and my relationship with God. Okay. Okay. That's what's up. That's what's up. And I appreciate y'all vulnerability too. And listen, I wanted to do this video because, for one, I think it's important to be able to have all types of conversations. And child, if I can be real with y'all, I do get a little tired of Love, Marriage, Huntsville, just a little bit, especially with everything that's been going on, y'all. I want to diversify myself a little more. Phyllis Crawford says, I love my single life and I have a great friend, but I prefer to be single with my dog. Okay. I receive that, Queen. I receive that. I definitely receive that for sure, Queen. I definitely receive that. I definitely receive that. Lord Jesus. No, and I agree. Listen, I think, there is single but not lonely, right? And what I mean by single but not lonely is, you can have great friendships, You can, have an active life, traveling, taking care of your animals, going to the bar, being a part of a group. You know what I mean? So single does not mean lonely. And, Kendra G said something last night about if you never been in a relationship, that doesn't mean you don't know how to be in one. And I would agree and disagree with that. I would agree for the fact that just because they haven't been in a relationship, doesn't mean they don't know how to be in an emotional relationship. But just because they haven't been in a relationship doesn't mean that they don't know how to be in relation with someone. Because your family is a relationship. How you work with your coworkers is a relationship. How you hang out with your friends is a relationship. How you take care of your animals is a relationship. And I'm gonna be real with y'all. When my friends would talk about relationships, I would be like, ugh. I'd be kind of a little scared, a little nervous, a little, I don't know if I want to talk about it because I'm single and I don't have anybody. Um, and the pets are great companions, in my opinion. And he's a loyal pit bull, absolutely, and we're glad about it for sure, fellas. Um, the joke that I make is the longest relationship that I've been in is with myself for 28 years, and wait, so 8, 7, and about 7 days, I'm about to be 29 years old. August 10th. God bless it. And you know what? I feel like this. If you do not have a relationship with yourself, you ain't gonna be able to have a relationship with anybody. Because you have to love the good, the bad, and just the quirks of who you are, right? And I truly feel that at the end of the day, the reason why there are so many people out there that may not be able to love is because there is a culture of relationship, love, and what you can do as a status symbol. Now, love is not what it used to be, at least in my point of view. Like there are couples getting together now just to be famous. I'm just like, where do they do that at? What just happened to? I love this person for their smile. I love this person for how they make me think about the world. I love this person um, because of the way they manage their time, like concrete things that genuinely make you happy. That's to me. I feel like it's not out there anymore. And it's the big grand gestures, and how much money you got, and you know um, you know where you live, what you do, what car you got. And I'm not saying that material things do not matter, right? I think they matter within context and within 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 that purpose, right? But I do genuinely believe that at the end of the day, if you do not ever recognize that without a anchor of who you are, you will not be able to enjoy what you have. And that includes people. Hey, Tea Talk with your girl. Thank you so much, Queen. Love you. And by the way, Tea Talk with your girl just hit 3K. Hey, man, praise him. Hallelujah. Congratulations. Much love to you. And my nickname for myself and my crew is going to be Mr. OTR, Mr. On the Run. And I got that because I'm always running off to greatness, right? And my mom, she said, the life and death is in the power of the tongue. And so, wait, Phyllis Crawford, sorry, typo. He asked me kindly. He asked kindly to ask that puppy to leave. But yeah, my mom, she said to me, Bray, you want to be careful with your name. Because she said your name, wherever you whoever you say your name is, that will have power. And so I changed it to Mr. On the Rise because at the end of the day, I'm always rising to something. My mom said, Bray, let's just say you get the career of your dreams, right? Let's say you're doing the Brainly talk show. Let's say you're hosting your own game show. Let's say you're doing live specials. You got a New Year's Eve show, got the Brainly morning show. You're doing it all, right? You're doing motivational speaking engagements. You're coming out with books. You're helping so many people. But when you walk through that door, when you walk through that door, when you walk through that door, who is there to love on you? You walking through this big door into this nice house, and it's just you. You cannot be so in love with what you do that you cannot have space to be able to love people who can be able to bring you down from what you love to do and to be able for you to have peace. And I'm like, oh my God, mama, logic wins again, right? Logic wins again. And, I sincerely appreciate that because, you know, my mom and dad, they've been married for over 20 something years. And, for me, why I love my parents so much is because they recognize they have things to do, but they recognize they can also love each other within the things they do, right? And I think that's important. I think that's really, really important. Um, and it's quite sad that that type of love is, not there. It's not happening as much as it used to be. You know what I mean? So love will find you. That's for sure. I agree with that. I absolutely agree with that. So I am going to go off camera for a second and drop the link. Thank you so much. And I really wanted to be able to, make a conversation happen. Hang on, y'all. I don't know what's going on with my thing, child. Maybe it might need to be private. But no, I absolutely love them. Like my mom is the emotional leader. My my mom's the emotional and spiritual leader. My dad is the physical, and my dad's the physical. My dad is the logical and the planner. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, I really have come to realize that at the end of the day, that you have to recognize for who you are, that you have to love yourself before you love anybody else. So y'all give me a moment, okay? Give me a moment. All right, y'all. If y'all want to come up and chat with me, feel free to. Would love to hear from you on this conversation about dating and relationships. I was on Kendra G's live, and it was an experience for sure. I'll say that much. But definitely learned a lot. So feel free to come on up if you want to just chat with me about dating, relationships, whatever's on your mind. And, listen, to all the cousins on Facebook and, YouTube that made fun of me. Um, Hi, I am real. And, I said to a coworker today, the best way is to show up in a way that they least expect. Because I think that because they thought, oh, we question, does he like, men or women, that he's a preacher and, he's got a job interview mindset and that, he's an opportunist to try to get a job for Kendra G and any other comment. Well, guess what? This is who I am. What you saw on Kendra G's live is the same way I am here on my channel. And that was the main thing I wanted to do, was just to showcase, hey, this is who I am. Love me, leave me, but either way, God has me. So feel free to come on up, y'all. Would love to hear from you. And let's talk. Let's talk. And like I said, y'all, I really do want to diversify my channel. So we'll talk about Love and Marriage Huntsville, but child, I get a little tired. Just a little tired of that show. Because it's a little drama. It's a little triggerization going on. It's a little bit of it's a bit of a headache, you know what I mean? Especially when if you say something, you're wrong. If you try to stand up for somebody, you're wrong. And it's just too many stipulations on it. So I'm still going to cover it. And for those of you who are wondering about the Nene Leaks video, yes, I'm still doing a Nene Leaks recap. Okay. Okay, Nikki. Thank you so much, Queen. Love you, love you, love you. Blessings on the Zoom meeting. All right. Blessings to you. And listen, I agree. We are all tired. And I'm so sorry. Oh, that's great, Nikki, that your parents were married for 39 years until your dad passed away. Rest in peace to your dad. I imagine he was a great man for sure. And Simone said here, my parents were married for 50 years and they're no longer with us. God bless you, Simone. Yeah, my parents raised me well, y'all. They definitely raised me well. So yep. Glad to have all of you here. So how was y'all day today? Hopefully it was good, child. I went to work today. Didn't have too bad of a day actually. I had to shrink wrap some bakery trays. And child, I almost fell down because I had to stack them and then I had to wrap them around and try to not to fall down and all that stuff. But yeah, that was something. But it was a good day today, child. It was a good day. So, but yeah, how are y'all doing? What did y'all do today? How you feeling? All that good stuff. Hopefully all is well with y'all. And would y'all like for me to do lives like this, where, I am, diversifying my content, talking about dating and relationships, talking about mental health? Because like I said, this is a virtual tour, right? This is a virtual tour where, this is the tour for the culture. I think so many times in our culture, we get told what to say, what to do, how to be, and we don't have a space for us to breathe. And so I want this virtual tour to be a tour of everything, in the words of Caramel Row, happening on the internet, to use ICTC College. Y'all go watch Caramel Real. She will get your life together. But okay, so I'm seeing that people want diversity on the channel. Okay, so I will do more content like this. I'm never gonna go on Kendra G's singles on YouTube Live ever again. That was a one and done thing. That was a one and done thing. Um, but I did learn a lot from it. I certainly did. So I'm glad to have all you here. And are y'all staying cool where y'all are? It's still kind of hot where I am, child. It was a decent day today, though. It wasn't too hot, wasn't too cold, but still, it's just a. But yeah, I want to showcase more of me. I want to showcase my humanity. I want to be able to showcase, the good raising that my parents did on me. I really do, because I believe that they've given me so much that I can use. And what I would say to young people, especially if you're 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, about to hit 30, even 24, 23, that you may not have been in every space of being an adult, but the spaces that you've been in do matter, right? Oh my God, Karen Monroe is so funny. Um, and the thing is, I feel like she doesn't practice what she's gonna say. It just flows. And sometimes I will rewatch a live just to laugh. You know what I mean? So, but yes. And hello, Facebook. Hi. Yes, I am streaming live on Facebook. For a while, I had to be like, now wait a minute, why am I not streaming on Facebook? But then it was to only be. So, the first 51 minutes of the live, y'all didn't get to see. But hopefully Facebook will, watch this and, you know, all that good stuff. But yes, True T, yes, True T can drag as well. Absolutely, she can. Absolutely. There's so many great ones. Um, Queen Sheba Darling is great. Chit Chat with QT, De Silva, the legendary De Silva, De Silva, De Silva. She has a class, y'all, that y'all can take if you guys want to be content creators. And she is absolutely wonderful. And hey, Facebook, I see two people watching right now. Y'all can type y'all comment in the chat. We're just talking about dating and relationships and just having a good time. I'm on my YouTube channel as well. Usually don't go live from Facebook too often because I don't have really a big audience. But I'm like, hey, why not? I think this one would be good because guess what? I was on Facebook and YouTube. So, but yeah, welcome in. Glad to have everyone here. Yes, laughter is the best medicine. It's good for the soul. They say laughter keeps you young, and I'm trying to live for as long as I can. Absolutely. Absolutely indeed. So, like I said, if y'all want to come up, the link is pinned. The link is pinned if you guys want to come on up for sure. And we are really just chilling out, y'all. We are really just chilling out. Oh, man. Oh, Lord Jesus. Sure, y'all. I do wish Bernie Mac was still alive, though. I really do. I wish Bernie Mac was still here because he was one of the best around. Kids will keep you young too if you can tolerate them. Ooh, Lord. See, here's the thing. I don't like no bad tail kids. I really don't. Today's kids, oh Lord, they will definitely flame you up. They'll say you're this and you're that. I'm like, oh my goodness, child. Oh, okay. All right. That's cool. That is cool with me. But no, and like I said, when it comes to kids, I think most kids have good in them. You know what I mean? I think they just need to be heard. I really do mean that. I think most kids just need to be heard. Um, and I think also too, I think that's why teachers love so hard on their kids because, teachers are like a second parent. You know what I mean? I still have teachers that, have inspired me to this day that I think about them all the time and how proud they would be if they saw me. that like, wow, he went from elementary school to like doing his own thing on YouTube. Like, look at him go. And we got recognized and absolutely guided for sure. And I think that we have to recognize at the end of the day that that we all have a purpose. Logan Rob, hey, good sir. Good to see you, Logan. I used to work with at my job. Good to see you, man. Hopefully all is good with you. I'm just chilling. I'm just chilling, brother. Just chilling on my YouTube. We got over 1,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel, and I'm broadcasting to Facebook for the first time. So this kind of is a special one because I was on a particular social media show and wanted to talk about it, my experience, and also want to talk about love and relationships. So I'm trying to diversify it. I normally don't go on Facebook Live because I don't know why, but I feel like Facebook Live really does have the juice. I really don't. I feel like YouTube is where live is, Twitch is live, but people do go live from Facebook. So I thought, why not? Absolutely. Thank you, Thank you, Logan. I appreciate you, brother. Absolutely, indeed. Yeah, life is crazy, man. Like, there was so many people telling me that I should do a YouTube channel. I'm like, child, I don't know what I'm going to do on my YouTube channel because honestly, when I saw all the vlogs and stuff like that, I thought like, oh my God, I gotta edit, I gotta cut, I gotta paste and all that stuff. But then I thought like, wait a minute, I'm just doing social commentary. So just create an intro, create an outro, record my commentary, upload it, put it together, upload it, done. I'm like, oh, okay, this is gonna be easy. And then with my lives, I'm able to go. I think, child, we went 6 hours one night, we went 9 hours another night, we went 6 hours another night, and it was just fun. So yeah, to be at 1,000 subscribers right now is absolutely crazy. And if I go to my channel right now, live, I'll tell y'all this live right now, because I don't know what my total views are right now on my channel, but I'm imagining that they're high. I'm imagining that they're high. All right, y'all. So I have 36,860 views on my channel. 36,860 views. And to go from where I was to where I am now, I've learned so much. I've learned that you have to put your real self on YouTube and let people find you for who you are. I've learned that you do definitely have to be consistent within putting yourself on YouTube, but more than that, you have to want to do YouTube. And what I mean by you have to want to do YouTube, I mean that you have to want to be able to want to have fun doing it, because if you don't have fun doing it, people will feel it in your voice, they'll see it in your facial expressions, they'll see all of that. So yeah, thank you, Phyllis, very much. I'm very, very proud of the channel and what we've done so far with it. And one thing I want to do, I want to do interviews. I want to interview content creators. I want to interview celebrities. I want to interview people that have been through something, amazing in life, or sad in life, and we have a real conversation. I'm a conversationalist, and I love learning from people. And sometimes I feel like, am I really too set apart? And I said to somebody today, sometimes you have to be planted, hidden, and you have to be hidden so you can be watered. You have to be hidden so you can be watered properly. And that's what I come to realize with myself. You have to be hidden so you can be watered. So yes, indeed. But yeah, yes, indeed. But yep. So, man. You know, I'm in the mood for you. I'm in the mood for some pizza. I haven't had pizza in so long. I really haven't. We have this pizza place in Little Rock, Arkansas called Shotgun Dance Pizza. It is so good. Oh my God. We get the Big Dan Pizza, which is basically like meat lovers pizza. You can get full off of two slices. There's Larry's Pizza, where it's like a buffet of pizza, and they bring out actual hot pizzas and, give you a slice off the tray. And there's Brewster's 2 Cafe with sweet heat sauce. Oh my God, sweet heat sauce is amazing. Then they had Lizzie's Barbecue. They had Sharks Fish and Chicken. They had Sim's Barbecue. Trying to think, well, Certified Pies, the only black pizza restaurant owned by black people in Arkansas. And then there's like the oldest barbecue place in America in Arkansas. So Arkansas is known for food, for sure. For sure. If I'm making y'all hungry, I'm sorry. Man, oh man. I could go for some catfish too. It's been a minute since I had some good catfish, child. But, no, so. But yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So y'all got any other plans tonight? I'm gonna be on here till 9:50, and then I'm gonna get off of here because I have the Onyx collab tonight, child. More updates in this Lizzo thing, y'all. Like this is just so. Like there was a filmographer that responded, child, to Lizzo. Um, I had dinner, BF. Wait, you had a dinner boyfriend or? Hey Renata, welcome in. Glad to have you here, Queens. Good to see you. Let's see here. I don't like catfish. My dad was a hunter. Oh, okay. All right. Understood. And sometimes people don't like certain animals because of the memory of the animal, and they had to clean them and all that stuff, and guts, and I get it. I don't agree. So I am going to read this update from this film director with Lizzo, because I thought this was quite interesting. I'm trying to get my. I'm trying. Yeah, I do think the truth will prevail, but child, it is a lot leaking in this case for sure. Lizzo film. I was raised on squirrels, rabbits, quail, and deer and fish. Oh, okay then. All right. Yeah, no, I definitely know that, the hunting community is huge. We have this thing called the Big Bass Bonanza in Arkansas, where if you catch the biggest fish, you win $100,000. It is a huge deal for sure. So Sophia Nala Anderson said, and I quote, that she exited the Lizzo documentary because of how disrespected she felt. Let me see if I can get her claims up. And it was the HBO documentary. Um, so this is from Variety. It says Sophia Nala Allison, whose short film A Love Song for Natasha was nominated. That, by the way, A Love Song for Natasha 2019 was nominated at the Oscars for Best Documentary Short, revealed on her social media pages that she exited her role as the director of a Lizzo documentary in 2019 after only 2 weeks because she was treated with such disrespect by the Grammy-winning pop star. Allison post went live several hours after a trio of former dancers for Lizzo filed a lawsuit against the singer, accusing her of
and creating a hostile work environment. I usually do not comment on anything pop culture related, Allison wrote in her post. But in 2019, I traveled a bit with Lizzo to be the director of her documentary. I walked away after 2 weeks. I was treated with such disrespect by her. I witnessed how arrogant and unkind she is. I was not protected and thrown into a itty situation with little support. My spirit said to run fast as you effing can. I'm so grateful I trusted my gut. I felt gaslit and I was deeply hurt, but I've healed. Reading these reports made me realize how dangerous the situation was. She added, this kind of abuse of power happens far too often. Much love and support to the dancers. So, um, yeah, I'm like, wow, okay. I mean, listen, I mean, when you are a filmmaker, you are filming the realness of who that person is, right? Um, and listen, I'm not listen innocent until proven guilty over on this channel, okay? But it is a lot of information. Yeah, it's a lot of information on that. And there was a page 6 put out a clip of, we don't want to go to the Amsterdam show where you got to eat the banana out of the launch pad, and she talked about her potassium. And she said that on a radio station in Amsterdam. I'm like, oh my child, Lord Jesus, the offense all around me every day. Um, so yeah, it's just it's a lot. It's a lot. Her boyfriend, um, Mike Wright, comedian Mike Wright, broke up with her, and Lizzo has responded. Lizzo, sorry. Let's see. Thank y'all for being here. By the way, it's not lost on me that y'all do come through and support. It's not lost on me at all. So Lizzo did respond, um, to the allegations today. She did. She did. She did. She did. Um, Let me see here. I'm trying to get pulled up here, y'all. Okay. So this is what she said. These last few days have been gut wrenchingly difficult and overwhelmingly disappointing. My work ethic, morals, and respectfulness have been questioned. My character has been criticized, Lizzo wrote in a statement posted to her Instagram. Usually, I choose not to respond to false allegations, but these are unbelievable as they sound and too outrageous to not be addressed. These sensationalized stories are coming from former employees who have publicly admitted that they were told that their behavior on tour was inappropriate and unprofessional. She continued, as an artist, I've always been very passionate about what I do. I take my music and my performances seriously because at the end of the day, I don't want to put out the best art that represents me and my fans. With passion comes hard work and high standards. Sometimes I have to make hard decisions, but it's never my intention to make anyone feel uncomfortable, like they aren't valued as an important part of the team. Lizzo ended her statement by saying, though she does not want to be perceived as a victim in the situation, she is not the villain. I'm not here to be looked as the victim, but I also know that I'm not the villain that people and the media have portrayed me to be these last few days. I'm very open with my sexuality, express myself, but I cannot accept or allow people to use that openness to make me to be something that I'm not. She wrote, there's nothing There's nothing that I take more seriously than the respect we deserve as women in the world. I know what it's like to be body shamed on a daily basis. I will absolutely never criticize a returning employee because of their weight. I'm hurt, but I will not let the good work I've done in the world be overshadowed by this. I want to thank everyone who's reached out in support to uplift me during this difficult time. So that is Lizzo's response to the allegations. So we're just gonna wait for the facts to, you know, we're gonna wait till the facts come out. It says all three plaintiffs and attorney Rob Zambrano appeared on CNN this morning with anchor Phil Malley just a few moments after Lizzo's statement went live. Went live on Thursday morning. Um, what is going on? That's up here. Sorry, y'all. They say that Davis refuted Lizzo's claims that allegations were sensationalized, and she said that her statement was disheartening to read. She was there and to fix your hand to write on a sheet of paper that you don't believe and that you discredit everything we're saying is incredibly frustrating, she said. Um, so it says allegations against Lizzo made by Davis include such coercive tactics such as being pressured to touch birthday suit dancers at a live S show in Amsterdam red light district and robbing dancers the choice of not to participate in outings at birthday suit cabaret bars. According to the plaintiff's recount of events, Davis initially stated that she felt fat shamed after Lizzo and choreographer Taisha Scott called attention to her weight gain, which they perceived as her not being committed enough for her role as a dancer on the tour. Davis also accused Quigley, the dance captain who doubled as a judge on Lizzo's Amazon reality show Watch Out for the Big Girls in 2021, put her Christian beliefs onto dancers. According to the suit, after discovering that Davis was a virgin, Quigley routinely discussed the subject and brought up in interviews that he posted about social media, broadcasting intensely personal detail about mistakes of the world. Quigley referred to Davis as a non-believer. According to the suit, no job and no one will stop me from talking about the Lord. Ooh, child. That's a lot. And you're right, Phyllis. I will put your comment up here. We will see at the end. I definitely agree with that. For sure. For sure. I just pray that everything works out because this is just. I mean, let me ask y'all this. Do y'all feel like since 2020, the world's been going to the bottom of the waterfall? You know how, like, when you're in a barrel and the water's only going one direction. Do y'all feel like we've just been a barrel and somehow the lake gets longer and longer and longer and longer, and we're getting to the point where we're at the waterfall and we're about to go down? Like, is anybody feeling that way at all, or is that just me? Like, let's go ahead and talk to be real. Like that's just kind of how I'm feeling. Lord Jesus. Let me see what y'all. Because here's the thing, on StreamYard, they'll have the comments for you, but then on YouTube, it'll be like a delay. So I'm trying to see what y'all are saying on the YouTube. Let me see. Is there anything else that y'all want to talk about? Feel free, because we are just chilling. Good Lord Jesus. Man, oh man. I definitely need a vacation. I got some vacation time coming up. But I definitely want to do a cruise. Been telling y'all about Virgin Voyages. I definitely want to do Virgin Voyages cruise for sure. Everything is covered in the cruise, and it's 18 and older, so no kids. I would like to experience that cruise at least one time. Um, but then Carnival, Guy Burger joint is pretty cool. Norwegian, I feel like it's the best one because they actually have a go kart track at sea, and I love go karts. Oh my god! If y'all don't know anything about me, one thing to know about me is I love me some good go karts. They got like K1 Speed and Andretti Racing and so many other go kart places. Um, that's how most kids get into NASCAR. Is they learn through go karts, and then they take those skills and put pedal to the metal. So but yeah. I wish go karting was a sport in college because that would have been cool. That would have been cool. It would have been cool to get a full ride scholarship on that. So yeah, so 6 people in the building. Thank y'all so much for liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. I appreciate y'all so much. Yes, indeed. I will be probably doing a video tomorrow because I know people are doing the DVDs interview. Been kind of just chilling on making videos for now. I've been investing more into my lives, but that doesn't mean that I don't appreciate doing the videos. And I really do like doing the short form videos because it forces me to be able to be my best self for y'all because I only have like 15 to 20 minutes to make y'all laugh. And I always try to do a title that, will make you think, make you laugh, make you be still for a minute. And yeah, you know what I mean? So is there any topics that you guys want me to do in short videos? Like all I've really done has been like Love and Marriage Huntsville, some pop culture stuff. And yeah, so what would you guys like to see in terms of content? Because like I said, of course, this is my channel. Of course, so I'm going to, do what I want to do, but I also want to reflect you guys and what you guys want to hear. Because, there's some conversations that people aren't having. And I feel like they're not having those conversations because they feel like, maybe they don't have the space for that conversation. Maybe they don't have the friends and family, or maybe they don't even know how to just start the conversation. So maybe I can use my gift of communication and, see if I can be of help. So y'all type in the live chat what type of topics y'all want me to talk about in my videos. So man. Man. I'm trying to think what I want to do tomorrow, actually. Oh, yeah, I know I need to. I know I need to get me a haircut, child. It's been a long minute since I had a haircut, so I'm going to get me that tomorrow. And I think I make pancakes. I'll love me some good pancakes. It's been a minute since what are y'all, do y'all like going to restaurants? Like, what's some of y'all favorite restaurants? Outback, I love. Their wings are good at Outback Steakhouse. Their wings are very good at Outback Steakhouse. We had some for Super Bowl. It was like $65 for like 60 wings. It was actually pretty good for what it was. I would definitely get them again. Of course, Rally's, Little Place, Big Taste. I love Rally's. They had like this big chicken sandwich that I loved, but then they got rid of it, of course, as they do everything else. I'm trying to think what else, child. I love me some good barbecue. We got this place called Old Carolina Barbecue. And they got this dark cherry. They got this dark cherry soda called Cheerwine. That's really, really good. So yes, indeed. I love me some food. I also love playing billiards too. And y'all, at this point, it's just kind of a chill. It's just kind of a chill after show at this point. So if you guys want to come up, the StreamYard link is pinned. Well, it should be pinned anyway. Make sure it's pinned. Is it not pinned? Oh, it's pinned. Hmm. Okay, hang on a second, y'all. Hang on 1 second, because I thought it was pinned. Hang on 1 second. Hey, Patricia, welcome in, Queen. Glad to have you here. Okay, so the link is pinned if y'all want to come up for a little bit and chat with me. I'm gonna be off of here at 9:50, so if you want to chat with me, come on up and let's chat. Let's talk and see what's going on with each other tonight. Yes. Oh, somebody like my Kendra G comment. That's good. Praise the Lord Jesus. Patricia, how are you doing tonight? Hopefully you're doing well. Yes, Simone. Much love, Queen. Thank you, Simone, for always coming through. I appreciate you. And to everybody that, listen, um, I got in at 8 o'clock because I'm like, hey, it's a good time slot. I know there's a lot of people going live at that time, but I appreciate that somehow you found enough time in your day to come see me and spend time with me is not lost on me at all. And I so appreciate y'all for that. I really, really mean that. Yes, I'm trying to do the lives Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I did a poll recently um that people, because I asked people, hey, would you guys want me to do a weekend edition of virtual tour live? And the people said Saturday. If you want to vote on that poll, just go to the Brainly YouTube channel, which you're already on, but just go to the community tab and put in your vote. It looks like Saturday. um so I'm thinking I probably will do a Saturday version. So, um, I feel like Saturday would be fine because, child, guess what? Saturday night, some people are out about, some people are in the house, and listen, if I can be of service on the weekend and help y'all kind of have a good weekend, then why not? So yes, indeed. So what's the subject about? Well, right now we're just kind of chilling. I mean, I talked about Kendra G's live on YouTube. I was on her show. I was on Kendra G's dating show, and just talked about love and relationships. So yeah, if you want to talk about love and relationships, Patricia, feel free. Or if there's anything on your mind at all, you're more than welcome to. If you want to come on up and join me here, just click the StreamYard link and I'll bring you up and me and you can have a conversation. So it really is a free flowing conversation. I try to do that in all of my content. And the Onyx collab, like I say, is the jump off point, but not the main point. So, oh, wow, one person. Okay. All right. All good. Hope I didn't say nothing out the way, y'all. Oh, man. But it is all good. Hey, hey, welcome in. Glad to have you here. We're just chilling out. Like I said, hopefully y'all have a wonderful night wherever you are in the world today. Just chilling out, trying to stay cool in the head and in the place, child. So, have y'all watched any new TV shows recently? I know it's been kind of hard since the strike and everything. I'm still waiting on P Valley myself. Hey, hey, welcome in.
Hey,
How's it
trying to
going?
trying to get my avatar up. Let me go back. I'm trying to get my avatar up.
No, you're good. Just hit your camera off, and then you should be able to have your avatar up. There
Okay,
you
there we
go.
go.
There you go.
Thank
How
you,
are
brother.
you? No problem.
I'm good. I'm good. I was.
Good.
What's the subject you talking about today tonight?
Sure. So no, I was on Kendra G's dating show. Kendra G on YouTube Live. I was on last night, and I was just talking about the show itself and how
Okay,
some
I didn't
people,
watch
how some people kind of question my sexuality because they didn't know if I wanted a woman or a man. I'm like, no, I am completely straight.
it.
I love my BBWs. If
Okay.
there's one thing you don't know about my channel, you're gonna know my type. But no, I really talked about my experience on the show. I talked about how people feel like they may not want to come out the bushes
Uh-huh.
on that show or just in dating apps or just being out and about because we live in a society of judgment and not
Right.
grace.
Right.
And just really kind of going through the just really kind of exploring the humanity of you know how we feel about dating and relationships. So that's what tonight's live was about. So
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't watch it, but anyway, I read down. I can't even comment on relationship. I'm a widow, so
oh, okay.
I'm in what almost four, almost 5 years now.
Oh, wow. Well,
So
I do think that that is a relationship that needs to be talked about. I think absolutely. I mean, the relationship that you have with yourself after the
yeah,
person that you loved is gone. I think that's hugely important because I think a lot of people think that, oh, they passed away, you will find someone new. But sometimes it's hard to find a person that is able to do, or not even able to do, but it's hard to find a person that will allow you to have that experience that you had before.
yeah, that's true too. But it's the trust issue. With me,
Right.
because a lot of people. Well, I wouldn't say people. I say men. Some men.
Sure.
They look at you as uh, vulnerable. Some of them look at you as a meal ticket.
Hmm.
Especially if you well established. You know,
Sure.
so it's a lot of trust issue goes along with being alone because you're so used to that person, and you've been with that person like 25, 30 years. So mine was like 20, 26 years. So it's like a trust thing with me.
Hmm.
And of course, you would love to have someone that you can talk to or go out to dinner with or to a
Sure.
movie or something like that. But it's gonna take a minute before you even open up, your heart to someone,
Absolutely.
you know. So that's the situation, that I'm in. And like a lot of things that, just for instance, say male thing that she went through, I went through that before. I, you know, got my second marriage, you
Mm,
know. So I know a lot of stuff for as, relationship for as being with and being without, you know. So being without, right now with me is it's just like the number eight, new beginning, starting all
hmm.
over.
No, absolutely, and I appreciate your vulnerability in in being able to release that, because I do think trust is very important, and it's not just trust in the finances of a relationship. It's not just trust in terms of, where are you going and will you be back, but it's the trust of, can I trust you within my space?
True.
And that is so emotional and mental, that if I can't trust you in my space emotionally and mentally, I'm not going to be able to give anything to you.
Yeah, trust is a big issue, and me personally, I don't look, for anything. I prefer that they find me because that's
Right.
what my God tells me, you know. So if it's meant to be, it would be. If not,
Absolutely.
I'm just enjoying my life and loving me, you know.
Yes.
So that's basically the base that I'm on. It's just loving
Absolutely.
me.
Absolutely right. And, I think that, you know, like I said before, I always joke about this. The longest relationship I've been in is with myself for 28 years now, coming on to Lord Jesus, 29 years. Woo, close to 3 decades
Hmm.
on the earth, which is a blessing. Do not get me wrong, y'all. And I've realized something too. Sometimes we entertain too many presents that hold us back in life, and we need to be able to open up gifts that moves us forward to where we need to be. And I've always have said that anyone can be a present to entertain you, but to somebody be a gift to bless you. And I got that from the Toys R Us Great Big Toy Book. You know how, like, when you were small, your parents would say, write down 100 things on your wish list, and then, okay, well, pick out 10, and then pick out five, and pick out the one thing you wanted. Get that one thing, play for a while. Parents like, hey, you don't like your toys? Like, it's nice, but it was the anticipation of it. It
Yeah.
wasn't the fact of something that you actually wanted. You just wanted the excitement of getting something. But when you get a gift from somebody that matters to you, whether it's your mom, your dad, your sister, your brother, your wife, your kids, whoever matters to you, you're going to figure out how to use that gift every day, because when you use that gift, it moves your life forward in terms of how you think about them and how you love yourself, using that gift that they took time out to give
Right. 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 But sometimes you be at a point in your life you just said you're at a standstill, and you kind of like, I would say, you don't cut yourself completely off from society, but a lot of them just don't accept you know where the level that you're on right now,
you.
and
Absolutely.
it's not easy to just say bounce back into this and this thing of world and doing this and doing that. It takes a minute because
Sure.
the uh, the heart has not completely mend, which it would never be completely men, but you begin to open up, but it's slowly. It's not just like tomorrow. It's not that easy. So a lot of women, especially that have lost their husbands or lost their wives, you know, they, especially if they've been with them a long time, it's a thing that it gradually would come together, but it's not gonna come real fast, because
Absolutely.
they've learned to love themselves and they learning to be alone, and they so used to being, the man or the woman doing this or doing that, or she's taking care of the kids, or it's a whole new world. It's a big adjustment that you would have to go through in order to get to, what they were. Hey, how you doing? Hey, let's do this. Let's do that. It is
Hmm.
not rolling like that at all.
Absolutely. Absolutely. No, I definitely feel you. I mean, there are levels to the heart, and there are levels to how you give from your heart. Um, I mean, I definitely agree with that. And recognizing that it's okay to be at level one for a while and getting to know someone. I think, and this is something that I have struggled with. I've always wanted to get to the final level, you know what I mean, in terms of being with someone, but I don't appreciate just playing level one and, figuring out, how the game works and, okay, I made it to level two. All right, what is this? I, being still in levels is something that I try my best to do, but sometimes I'm not the best at. But I'm learning that being still on the different levels just makes me better as a person to enjoy the game of getting to the goal um, in time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. In time, that's definitely it's gonna be in time because you just that trust issue. You still have that trust issue, and once I guess gradually but surely, it would all pan out. Yeah,
No,
it will pan.
absolutely will.
But Brian, I'm glad that you accept me coming up, and
Absolutely.
I enjoyed the conversation. I'll be on with you and T Talk.
Yes,
So
indeed. That is Auntie for sure. That's Auntie for sure.
yes, she
Um,
is.
yes, indeed. Love her very much. And, and thank you for coming up. It really means a lot. And I don't take any of this for granted. I was talking with my friend today about YouTube and just saying to him, that YouTube is probably the hardest platform I've ever been on because there's a billion voices, and you have to find your voice in all these voices. And what I had
Yeah,
to reckon,
you're in a lot of competition, that's for sure.
yeah,
And then you can go to some channels and you got the clicks, and some channels don't have the clicks, and some of it just
hmm
it's a big challenge out there.
it
So
is.
it's gonna take you a minute because the fact is you got a lot of them that is used to being with that certain person, and that's they
Hmm.
are ride or die for that person, you know. But
Yes,
the
ma'am.
content about, what you talking about is totally different what that person is talking about, unless
Hmm.
we all watching the same show and then everybody have their opinion. But like right
Exactly.
now, the season is slow, so therefore they basically grabbing just as straws.
Yep.
and
And you
it,
and you know what? Honestly, to tell you the truth, I am so glad that it's the mid-season break because honestly, I feel like everyone just needs a break. And
yeah,
honestly, to tell you the truth, like for me, I'm so glad that it's a break because now I get to showcase a little bit more of who I am. Like I am really actually enjoying this conversation about dating and relationships. It's a real topic.
yeah. And it's
You know
real,
what I mean?
and it's
Yeah,
real, and not just not just dating. Also women that have lost their husbands, women have
absolutely.
lost their wives. It's just it's something that needs to be discussed. It's nothing. Like you got to run to, sit down at the and have counseling because you got someone will probably end up on your line or your platform, and they can help you just as well. Or just opening up
Absolutely.
to someone. Because you never really know how a person feel until they open up, and then you got some people going through relationships that got other things on their minds. You got some even thinking about taking their lives, and stuff
Yep.
like that. So this is a good conversation, you know. It ain't always got to be Huntsville or love, Atlanta and all of
Hmm.
them. It can be just something that is going everyday life.
Yep. Absolutely.
People with their finance and how they budgeting and doing, without the second income. You got a good conversation going on. You
Well,
know,
thank you very much, and I really do appreciate that. I hope that what people see on this channel is, yes, I will talk about other celebrities, right? I will
yeah,
talk about other shows, but also too, there's a human side to Braylon. Tomorrow I'm going to be taping the 12th and last episode of my podcast, and I'll tell y'all, this podcast has probably been the most emotional I've ever been. It's probably the most vulnerable I've ever been. And I think it's the most that I've ever explored my state of mind. Um, I know you guys are like saying, "Oh wow, bro, you're making it bigger than what it needs to be." No, I'm not making it bigger than what it needs to be. But I know for my life and for how I have shared and for how I have went through life, the space that I was in to do this podcast is a space I've never been in, ever. So I think that the podcast, now that we're at 1,050 something subscribers, I think it's the right time for the podcast to be on YouTube. Because we're at 1,000 subscribers now. And, I think that, and listen, I've come to realize that with YouTube, the attention span is 20 minutes to an hour. And with this podcast being uploaded to 1,000 something subscribers, I may get minimum maybe 50 to 500 views. But I do know that the best content needs to have a long burn, and there needs to be some time and space for people to get the content. And so I'm very confident, very forthright, and very determined that I believe that the content that y'all will hear in this podcast will be the thing that you need to hear. So I'm very excited about it. So stay tuned. It will be dropping soon. I just got to figure out how to get the audio from the podcast. But it is good. It is definitely good for sure.
well, that's good. Like I say, at least you're talking about something that is different. And
Yes.
me personally, I'm tired of talking about uh, Huntsville. I'm
I
tired of
think
talking
everybody
about
is
that.
at this point.
I just need a break from them because it's nothing new. It's just the same old, same old, same old. It's nothing new.
Yep.
And then a lot of people, they they going behind the wall and they still talking about the same, same,
Hmm.
same. So it's I need a change, a break.
Yep. And that's why I wanted to do this live tonight, to provide that break, to provide myself that break, but also too to start to show my audience and to the audience at large that, hey y'all, we are different people.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
know what I mean? So
So I appreciate it, but I think you on to something here is like relationship and relationship after, like I say, husband and wife, just going their step away, even divorce, relationship with divorce. It's something different.
yes, absolutely, absolutely.
So,
And like I
but
said, it
thank
will.
you.
No problem at all. Like I said, I will be posting probably something to my community tab of, what topics would you guys like to see me do in lives? This was kind of the first live where we've done a whole live on something completely different than,
Okay.
staying up, to cover Love and Marriage Huntsville, because the last three lives that were when I fell asleep, child, was Love and Marriage Huntsville. And
Okay.
so, this one, I'm very proud of it because it is different. And
Yeah.
not to mention, too, that thumbnail that y'all saw, that's real. That's no Photoshop. There's no AI. There's no manipulation. That was me with Kendra G. And, like I said, as we get ready to wrap up this conversation here at 9:50. And y'all know before I leave, I'm going to do the daily motivator. I decided to do that on my channel because on my virtual tour pit stops, after, you see the car driving and, you see the people dancing and you see somebody in the car driving and you go through the city, you go up those red steps, you see me.
Uh-huh.
And at the end of every video, you see fireworks because I believe after you have spent 20 minutes with me, we have covered the mess of the impossible. We covered the rise of the impossible. We gave conversations some soul. Those fireworks at the end is a private moment between you and those fireworks for you to be able to say, you know what? Whatever I'm feeling, I'm going to let it go into these fireworks and let
Mm-hmm.
whatever pops off in those fireworks be my release for how
Yeah.
I feel. So I wanted to do the daily motivator to be able to leave y'all with something good.
Yeah,
Um,
that sounds good.
you know what I mean? So let me get that daily motivator together for y'all as my laptop
Okay then.
job for us to get
Well, thank
together.
you so much.
No problem, Queen. Much love to you.
Thank you. Bye bye.
No, bye bye. So, y'all, today is August 3rd. That was a great conversation, by the way. Y'all. Today is August 3rd, 2023. This is the daily motivator for today. Easy is not worth it. Ooh, child. Easy is overrated. The best option is not usually the easiest options. Sorry, hang on. Let me refresh the screen, y'all. Let me make sure that this is the right one because I feel like I read this one yesterday. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. Let me make sure real quick. Hang on, y'all. Stay with me. Stay with me. Stay with me. Stay with me. Hang on. Stay with me. All right, so it is the right one. Okay, here we go. Easy is overrated. The best option is not usually the easiest option. It's easy to complain, but it's much better to solve the problem you're complaining about. It's easy to wish for the outcome you desire, but it's better to take action and make it happen. Doing only what's easy won't improve your skills or leave you with a lasting sense of accomplishment. The easy path is not the most interesting or fulfilling one. The most meaningful times are not the easiest times. Much of what makes life good comes to the forefront when life is difficult. Easy is a promise that rarely lives up to expectations. What is easy in the moment often leads to regret over time. Be wary of giving up time, opportunity, meaning, and value in exchange for ease. Usually, easy is not worth the cost, but you will have a lot of better options, Ralph Morris. And you know why I get from easy is not worth it? There's a song from Mary that says, I just can't give up now. Come too far from where I started from. Nobody told me the road would be easy, and I don't believe he brought me this far to leave me. I listen to that song when I need to be still, like I do many songs, but I love that song of Mary of Come Too Far From Where I Started From. Nobody told me it would be easy. No one ever said this life would be easy, but yet you're still here. So that's the first thing. Second thing is I think that the chances we missed out on in life. Can I let y'all in on a little secret? Sometimes we needed to miss out on those chances. Maybe it was a relationship that you want to have that maybe should not have been. Maybe it was a job that you were going after that maybe you didn't get. maybe maybe you didn't move to a place that you didn't move to, but you realized that staying still made you better. Maybe it was you switching your mindset from what you were reading. Some things don't happen for a particular reason. And this quote has been said, God's rejection is God's protection. So I do believe that. And the last thing I would say about easy is not worth it. Everything in your life has not been easy, right? But isn't it amazing that out of everything that's been hard, the blessings that were the hardest to get have lasted the longest? Think about that for a second. The blessings that were the hardest to get have lasted the longest. Because when you go after what you want, it is usually temporary. And the enemy loves to dress up our wants as presents. But presents do have a cost. You have to give them energy. Just like you do with a gift. More to receive a gift, it has to have a purpose. Or to receive a present, doesn't have to have any meaning. So remember, easy is never worth it, but you are always worth it. And with that being said, it is time for the best outro on YouTube. So with that being said, know what you do and do what you know. Never say you weren't born special, because you were always born a blessing. And trust, you may not be where you want to be, but by the end of it, you'll be where you need to be. Do what you've been chosen to do. Why is one thing to call yourself? It's another thing to be chosen. One love, much love, all love. I spent time with you. You have spent time with me. Hopefully by spending time together, we will rise up to be great together. And always remember, whether you're doing radio, television, YouTube, living your best life, or saying hi. Oh, hang on. Saying hi to the people. Saying hi to the people. Saying hi to the people, Razy. Say hi, Razy. Say hi. Say hi, Razy. Say hi. Say hi, Razy. Say hi. Hey, y'all. Are you saying hi to the people to give them something to laugh about, something to smile about, something to let them know that everything will eventually be okay? Make sure the replay is not just worth for you to watch it, not just worth for you to listen to it, but for you to want to experience it again. I love you. I value. I embrace you. I'll see you real soon. Have a great night, everybody.
I gotta tell you something I could do. I could be running around chasing you, but I won't. Cause I got better things to do. Rather spend my precious time chasing somebody who loves me too. If I got $1 for every time you slam the door, I would be the richest girl alive. If you hadn't run away every time I asked you stay, you would sleep right next to me tonight. And you didn't know me, all you wanted was a game to play, and you couldn't handle that I had my ways. I found your magic and your side chicks, I'm a winner, babe. And you didn't win this, it's a part of the game. In the beginning I just didn't know that you're an enemy I held too close. Now I know, cause you did everything to prove me wrong. You were not the guy I thought. Now I'm beating you at your own.